If you have issues understanding your hair's needs, then stay tuned for this video while we talk about protein and moisture. Y'all, I had a hairstyle in for 3 weeks. Anybody who knows me knows that 3 weeks is like 3 months, okay? I don't have on my pre-poo, but I'm gonna put a clip up of what my hair looked like before because baby, it was dry, okay? Sahara Desert, it was thirsty. And I cannot seem to find products that don't have protein, biotin, anything that's strengthening. And it's really messing your girl up, okay? Not saying that I can't use any protein at all, but just every item seems to have protein somewhere in there. So I went to Marshall's and ended up finding these two items. This shampoo for $12.99 and then this deep conditioner for $14.99. I'm hoping that these two together will work. We're gonna see how this works. I mean, it says essential moisture, okay? The shampoo and the deep quencher, that sounds like something that's gonna give you moisture, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and use these and see what it's talking about. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Brittany Collins, aka Naturally Pretty. I wanted to hop right into this video, so I did not do my normal intro, but if you are new here, hi, how are you? My name is Brittany. If you're a current subscriber, then hey friend, you already know what it is. So as you can tell by the beginning of this video, y'all know by now, if you haven't already, check out this video where I received protein overload. Yes, I've been down this road before, so I know the signs. And often people push protein treatments, and a lot of products I've realized have a lot of protein in it. So that inspired this video where I'm going to give you guys some tips on just how to listen to your hair specifically, because everyone's hair is different. I think that it's important to know when your hair needs protein and when it needs moisture, and how important moisture is to length retention as well, and not just strength. So I'm going to say this last thing. I am an everyday natural. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. I have things to do. I don't have a lot of time to stress over my hair. However, I still have hair goals. With all that being said, let's go ahead and hop into it. So first, we're going to talk about protein specifically. Now, I put up a Google search and this is what it says. Hair needs protein because it's made primarily of protein called keratin, which provides structure, strength, and the shape of the hair. Protein helps protect against breakage, adds elasticity, and even helps retain moisture by filling in the gaps in the hair's outer layer. Okay, now that we know what protein is and why it's important, let's talk about what it means in your everyday life and the signs that you might need some more of. A few signs you want to look for is limp hair, non-defined curls, weak hair that breaks really easily. And I don't mean snap and break, I mean stretch and pop type of break. If your hair is brittle, if you feel like your hair is not growing, you're not really retaining that length, then that's where you might want to consider adding some protein into your regimen. Now, if you are a fellow gym girly like myself, I do get a lot of protein from the foods that I eat. So I think that that does contribute to how much my hair actually needs, because of course your hair is growing from the inside out. So if you're not drinking water, if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not eating a lot of protein, your hair might need more protein than the person next to you. Now, I think we can all agree that protein is very important. However, everything in moderation is good. Anything that's overconsumed is not good, which is where I had my experience from that video that I showed you guys earlier. Protein can be a bad thing if you have too much. So let's talk about what happens when you have too much protein. Too much protein, your hair is going to be so dry. It is very unruly. It is brittle. It is snapping off. When I say snapping off, you will be able to look after a wash day at all these little pieces that you've left behind. Very rough to the touch and just dry. Having too much protein honestly was the worst experience of my entire life, and I never want to go back there. All right, so let's move on to moisture. Doing the same thing per Google, we're going to read. Hair needs moisture to stay healthy, soft, and flexible by preventing it from becoming dry, brittle, and prone to breakage. Insufficient moisture leads to frizz, dullness, tangles, and split ends. While and well moisturized hair is more manageable and shiny. So let's talk about what this will feel like in your everyday life. If you do your hair and you realize that you have frizz immediately, day one, and you almost feel like the moisture just poof, went right out of there. If you feel like your hair is very limp and gummy. Your strands can stretch extremely far before breaking off. You might have too much moisture. Now, a few things to note about protein and moisture balancing. Now, sometimes I know it can be frustrating when you can't tell if your hair needs protein or moisture, but sometimes it might just need some hydration, and that's why it's important to wash your hair often. Taking that few minutes in the beginning of your wash day to just saturate your hair from root to end with water is gonna make a big difference in your hair routine. It's gonna allow the products to actually penetrate the hair shafts, and then you'll be able to judge your hair while you're in the shower to really tell how your hair feels and what it needs. Your hair can also tell you the kind of hairstyles that it likes. If you realize you're getting a lot of single strand knots and you know that you just did a wash and go, then you might need a break from wash and goes because they're causing those knots, which is why I also like finger detangling, because you're able to really assess your hair and say, oh, I have a lot of split ends, or my hair feels really rough and strong. I might need to blow it out and kind of break down some of the protein. So overall, the solution is to listen to your hair, notice the signs. If your hair has too much moisture, then you want to go ahead and add some protein. If your hair is showing signs that there's too much protein, then you want to add some moisture. So you want to do this by checking the product's ingredients, just so that you're not guessworking and just saying because it has moisturizing, you think, oh, it doesn't have any protein in it. No, you have to check the label. That way you're giving your hair exactly what it needs and it takes the guesswork out of it. Now for the ingredients, it will say on the back, hydrolyzed protein, vegetable protein, whatever protein it has in there, or it may say something like hydrolyzed keratin or keratin, biotin, anything like that is strengthening. When it doesn't have protein and it's in moisturizing products, it's going to say things like glycerin, oils, and it will not have any proteins listed. Once you have a solid group of products for moisture and for protein, you're pretty much set as long as you have a routine on how you plan to lock in moisture, which is like the LOC method or the LCO method. Sometimes this does change. My routine is different for the summer than it is for the winter, but they both work great. If you are ever struggling with finding a balance between protein and moisture, or if you just didn't understand it, I hope this video was helpful. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this hairstyle in the comments, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.